Let's shift focus then back to our markets and talk about some midday trading ideas from our technical experts. As always, we've got our best lineup of experts, Ashwini Gujral, Mitesh Thakkar and CK Narayan, who join us on the show with their midday trading calls. Ashwini, you go first. What are you spotting for trade today?
Well, several stocks which have been in bear markets have now broken down even further. So Adani Enterprises is now a further sell with a stop about 172, target about 154. This is broken down below, 175, 180 supports which have been holding the stock up. Orient Bank is a sell with a stop about 232, target of 215. And Dabur is the only buy with a stop about 121, target of 130.
Right, and let's bring in Mitesh Thakkar, who shares with us his strategies on Exide as well as the Bank Nifty.
The Bank Nifty, we had a sell call on Friday as well, just reiterating that with a stop at 10,450 or just above that, and looking for a target of 10,100 on the downside. A buy on Exide Industries, very strong and price volume action on Friday. Could get into short-term up move. First price targets would be around 140, and I would recommend buying this with a stop at 130.5.
Let's also bring in CK Narayan, who joins us live on the show as always. Afternoon, CK. What are your midday trading calls?
Well, I have two buy calls. First is on Z Limited at about 169 rupees. I would suggest going long in it with a stop loss of about 3 to 4 points from your entry price and looking for a target at about 175 to 177. Second is also a buy call. This is on Coal India at the current price of about 367, and keeping a stop loss of about 5 to 6 rupees from your entry price. And I'm looking for a target at about 373 to 377.
Ashwini, just want to get your views on MTNL. After a stupendous last week, the stock puts in another day of gains at 42 thereabouts. Is there still upside in this one?
Well, as I said in the morning, it's possible that MTNL heads towards 48 to about 50. Maybe it's the impact of some of its more illustrious competitors coming down that maybe people are taking positions here. But clearly from a double bottom that's broken out from, chances are it could still have $7-8 on the upside.
CK, let's also talk about some of the top gainers today, which include M&M. What's your trading call on M&M? How do you advise traders to play that counter?
Well, it has had about, let's say, 2 days of pullback, during which time I think weak holders were made to jettison, and I think the buyers are back in the stock. At about 775 where it is trading, I am fairly positive on it. I think the auto pack as a whole had a decent run, but now the broad breadth seems to have changed slightly in favor of a stock specific move, within which I think Mahindra is something which is trying to pick up some slight positive trends. I would want it to do a little more on the upside before the the revival is certainly confirmed. So maybe look to buy it above 780 is what I would suggest. So this will be a kind of a breakout trade. Buy above 780. On the lower side, if it were to slide, we don't want to have any part of it, because then there is a little room for it to fall. So I would go into that stock with a slightly bullish view, but at the same time carry a caveat with me that in the event that the bullishness were not to exhibit, then I would be quite wary and keep my stop losses fairly tight.
Ashwini, what about Bharti? How would you read into the stock's moves today? And does it seem like in the near term it may have bottomed out, or today is just a one-off day when you're seeing some green?
When trades become one-sided, when everybody is on the same side, stocks tend to move the other way just to prove those people wrong, or to, take shorts out of the system. But I don't think, beyond a pullback rally to about 260, 265, it could see more upside. It's a liquid stock, lots of people own it, etc. So now it will probably move sideways before the next leg down, if it has to move. So you can say, 240, 265, that type of a range it could do for some time.
CK, what about Kane India? How is that looking on the charts?
I think Kane is sort of really bucking up right now. You know, it's actually flashed a fresh buy signal today for day traders, end of day trader type. It has been on a buy mode, you know, for the other type of traders for the past few days. I would certainly look to go long at the current level with an expectation of a target somewhere around about 360. I think it has enough legs for this upward move that it should make it up to the target. So certainly I would remain a buyer at the current levels and also use any intraday or intra-week dips to look to go long in it.
Ashwini, what about names from the mid-cap arena, the likes of a Lanco, which is currently lower? Again, it's a very small base stock, but would you short it further? And what would your strategy be for the Adani Group stocks, enterprises as well as ports, which are both down today?
Well, you know, there is very little left in Lanco to comment on, but clearly, as we've seen, stocks can keep going lower even when we think that enough is done. Maybe Lanco is heading towards single digit. Adani Ports is the one that's, you know, really shocking, because it used to be considered a better stock than the rest of the Adani Group stocks, but that's also breaking down. Chances are it's heading towards levels of 70. Similarly, you know, Adani Enterprises, probably 140 is the next stock. So all of these, you know, mining related plays or power related plays are heading to new highs. And that's another reason why the market is also coming under pressure. So all of these stocks are, you know, clear sells. A fresh down leg has started here.
Okay, Ashwini CK, we leave it at that. Thanks for joining in as always with your midday trading ideas.